honeys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing a new segment on my channel. I decided to start doing story time videos because my life is so crazy that I just feel like it'd be very entertaining to like find out like what the hell happens to me. So I am gonna start incorporating these story time videos on my channel. I don't know how often. I have so many ideas of the stories that I want to tell. I do of course have to make sure that they are a little appropriate, and I can't mention anybody's names or anything like that because I'm not going through everybody making sure that I have people's approval. Of course, the people's names that I do mention, I did get their say that it's okay that I can mention them in the video. But you know, a lot of stories did happen in my past, and y'all know I left a lot of my past 2018 before all gone. 2019 was a new year for me, so the past is the past, and a lot of people that are in the past, they don't mean anything to me anymore. However, I got a lot of stories that involve them. So can't mention their names because they're literally trash. Each video will be its own story. So as you already saw in the title below, this story is going to be the first time I ever got drunk. We're gonna take it back a few years. This was 2017. To be more specific, it was like fall of 2017, like November, October. I was currently 19 years old. The first time I ever took a drink, I was 18, and it was like a beer. So like this is like the second time that I've ever had a drink before. I remember this clear as day because it is literally, it will stick with me for the rest of my life. It was a Saturday and I had a shift at Starbucks because you guys know I was a barista. I had a shift at Starbucks, which was like 6 a.m. to like 2 or 3. Honestly, I probably stayed later because we always had the option of like staying past our shift because we were always so busy. During my shift, I was arguing with my ex at the time because that was always just an argument. So I was already having like an awful day. I was annoyed and I was just like, I want to go drink. Let's just get this out the water and clear. I want everybody to know that this is gonna be like the second drink I've ever taken in my life. As my shift is coming to an end, I am packing up my stuff. I text my best friend Shelby and I ask her if she has any plans for tonight. It was Saturday night. At this time, my best friend finally got her first apartment with her boyfriend Ryan, and they had their own place. At this point in time, I did not have my own place. I was still living with my ex. And I went home. I was waiting for a response from Shelby, and I'm still arguing with the ex, and I'm still just like, get me out of this area. Just get me out of here. I don't want to be here. Finally responded, and she was like, yeah, come over. And, you know, whatever. She's like, you can spend the night. So I was so glad that she said that because I wanted to spend the night and I wanted to, of course, drink. I asked her, I was like, just to make sure, like, I want to drink. Are you cool with drinking? Do you want to drink too? Because obviously I had to find a way to get this alcohol. And she was like, yeah, sure. Like, bring whatever you want. I'm sitting there and I'm packing my bags. I'm getting everything ready. I tell my ex that I'm going to Shelby's house to spend the night. We're having girls' night, whatever. So when I leave the house, I'm like, all right, Kelsey, how are you gonna get this alcohol? Because you obviously can't just go in and buy it, and I would never be that bold to like attempt it. Literally, I go back to Starbucks. One of my coworkers was there. I asked them, I was like, hey, could you please go over to Wine and Spirits and get me a bottle? And I was like, I'll pay you, like, I'll do whatever, like, can you please do that? They're like, sure, I don't go on my break until this time. I was like, okay, I'll sit here and wait. So I think I waited like a few minutes, maybe even like 15, 20 minutes. We drove over to the Wine and Spirit store, which is like right next to my job. I told them, I was like, I want a bottle of Blue Wave. Now, if you guys don't know what Blue Wave is, it's like blue raspberry vodka. I've only ever had this one other time a year before. So like that's like the only alcohol that I actually knew. So I was just like, yeah, I want Blue Wave. They went in, they got me Blue Wave, came out. I was like, well, now I have to get, you know, a mixture for the alcohol. So they went over with me to Giant then, and I was looking for like blue raspberry juice. I was trying to find the V8 juice. They didn't have it. So I ended up getting some like high C juice. It was blue. That's why I got it, because it was blue and it was high C. So I ended up getting that. So I got him like a pack of cigarettes as like, thank you. and like a lighter or whatever, and it was cool. I drove him back to work, thanked him again, and I'm sitting there, and I'm realizing that now I know whenever you drink. Now, mind you, I was not a drinker back then. I'm not a drinker now, so I didn't really know that much about how to take care of yourself with alcohol. But I knew that you had to eat something. Now, all day long, the only thing that I had was like a cookie from Starbucks. I had a cookie on my break and like maybe like a few Starbucks drinks. So I text Shelby that I'm on my way. At this point in time, I think it's like going on like 9 o'clock, maybe even 10. I get to her apartment. She shows me around, whatever. It was super cool. I was so happy for her because it was her first apartment, and that's like a really big accomplishment for people. Like when you get your first place on your own, it's just like, so it just feels so great. So I was so happy for her. Cute little apartment. The moment that I got there, I was like, all right, let's pop the bottle and let's start, because it was already late. And she was like, okay. I was like, well, do you have ice? Because when I had this drink previously, we had it as like a slushy. We like blended it together. It was like a frozen alcohol beverage. We get the ice, we get the juice and the liquor. Let's just rewind so I give you guys like the backstory. So literally a year before, fall of 2018, I hung out with one of my girlfriends, and her mom made us alcoholic beverages. We had like frozen, like that frozen drink. She made us like some drinks over ice. I did not touch the alcohol. I did not measure the alcohol. So I personally, going into this, I did not know the alcohol to juice ratio. Of course, I knew that you put more juice in like the drink, but honestly, I did not know what the ratio was for the drink. So I put the ice in, and then I start dumping the Blue Wave. Like, I was making enough drinks for 3 people, so I'm like dumping this alcohol in the blender. Then I add a little bit of juice, I blend it up, and we're drinking it. Now, because it was blended, you didn't really taste like, from what I remember, I didn't really taste the alcohol because there was a lot of ice. And I just like, oh yeah, this is really good. Like, I thought I did a really good job making this drink. Like, I thought I like could have been like a bartender or something. I was like, yeah, Kelsey, this is great. We take our first drink. We each have like our little red Solo cup. We go to her kitchen table, and I think we started playing like cards, me, her, and her boyfriend. I think eventually her boyfriend like went over and like was playing his video games or whatever. And, you know, we're just playing cards, we're talking, and I finished my drink like that. So I go back over to the blender, and I take whatever's left over in the blender. So I get my second drink, and I'm coming to sit back down. I'm still cool, whatever. Now, at this point, I'm starting to feel the alcohol a little bit, but it wasn't like crazy. But I'm drinking these like back to back. Like, it's not like I'm sitting there for hours, because literally by this time it may be 10 o'clock. Well, then I asked her if she wanted more, because she was finally out of her first one. So I go back over to the blender. I start dumping the alcohol in it again, dump the juice, add the ice, blend it. So now I'm going on my third full-size red Solo cup. It was filled to the top. The third drink, and we're sitting there, we're playing, and girl, I'm sitting there and I'm like my eyes are doing like one of those things. I'm not focused. I don't even know what we're playing. It's just like everything was just like blurred. The house, like it was just like, what the hell? I didn't say anything. I think she could tell though. I think she really could tell. But then Ryan, her boyfriend, and Shelby, they were like, oh, well, we're hungry. So now it's going on like 10:30, 11 o'clock. They start frying hot wings, and they start making cheese fries. They asked me if I wanted to eat, so I was like, sure. So guys, just a reminder, the only thing I ate was a cookie during the entire day and like a few drinks. I have all of this alcohol, and then that's so annoying. Someone's outside with a motorcycle. Like, go the somewhere. Anyways, literally I just had all this alcohol, and now I'm about to eat. They give me the wings. I'm eating wings, I'm eating cheese fries. And guys, just the smell of it was making me sick. Like, it was making me like turn a little bit. I'm hungry though. Like, I want to eat. So I'm eating, and I'm eating, and I stop eating because I literally feel it. Like, I feel, you know that feeling that you have like when you're going to throw up? That's the feeling that I had. I'm pretty sure Shelby asked me if I was okay, and I was like, no, like, I'm about to throw up. So she rushes to get her trash can. I'm puking into the trash can. I'm so embarrassed because this is my first time even coming to her new apartment. Like, I was not, like, I was trying to get drunk, but not like white girl wasted and, you know, puking in her trash can. By this time, I think it's like midnight. And I just know right after I threw up, she was like, hey, like, just lay down. We'll keep the trash can here. I ended up passing out, falling asleep. Now, here's the issue. I also had a shift the next morning. So Sunday morning, I had a shift at Starbucks and I opened. So I had to be there at like 4:30 a.m. and it was already midnight. So I set an alarm and I get up. I feel terrible. I get ready. I leave the house. People have said, like, if you feel like that, then you should get grease into your system. 4 to 4:30, nothing was open. Like, McDonald's wasn't open because I was going to get, like, hash browns and stuff. Nothing was open. So I went to my shift feeling like this. I worked my entire 8-9 hour shift. I told the people that came in, I told them about what happened. They were like, you need grease in your system. I'm like, I tried, I didn't have anything. And they were trying to give me stuff that I could eat at Starbucks. And they were like, well, after your shift, go over to Five Guys. So that, like, 9 hours went by. Guys, when I tell you my stomach hurt, like, I didn't have like a hangover like with my head or anything. My stomach hurt so bad. I can't even explain to you. It hurt so bad. I honestly felt like I like poisoned me or something. Like, that's what it felt like. So I go to Five Guys, I'm eating. It didn't help. Guys, the next day is Monday. At this time, I was working every single day of my life, Monday through Friday, as well as Saturday and Sunday. So Monday, I started my, I had to go to my other job, which is the job that I still have today. So my shift was like 12:30. I go to work and guys, my stomach still hurts. This is Monday now. I try to eat like healthy, better food. Then we go to day 3, which is like Tuesday, and it is still just hurting. When I tell you my stomach did not stop hurting probably until like Thursday. I've never experienced stomach pain like that in my life. Thursday came and I was finally feeling like relieved. It didn't hurt as bad. No, of course I'm fine now. I never went to the doctors for it. It went away. But I really do think that I had like alcohol poisoning. It was a learning experience because, like I said, guys, I knew nothing about alcohol. I was a fairly good teenager. I did not drink. I did not, you know, go and acting like a fool at parties. I did not do anything like that when I was a teenager. So I took my very first drink at 18. And then a year later, I take my second drink acting like I'm like bartender queen at my friend's house. So literally after that, when I tell you another year and a half went by before I even took like my first drink again. Because I moved out on my own August of 2018. So when I moved into like my own apartment, I did have a roommate, which that is going to be a whole other story because that was some BS. She was much older than me, so she always had alcohol in the house. So like I would occasionally have like a glass of wine or something like that. But guys, still to this day, I will never drink like that again. I always make sure that I eat something before I do have alcohol. And honestly, like ever since that happened, I'm kind of cautious with like how much I put in my body, or if I do like know that I'm drinking a lot. Like I said, I eat like a lot. So I will never do that to myself again. That hurts so bad. So guys, I hope this story was entertaining. Like I said, I have so many stories that I want to tell. If anything, the story should be informative because I'm telling y'all, if you guys don't know what you're doing, you better look that shit up or ask for help because I'm telling you, I effed up my stomach. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Just so you guys do know, my new uploading days will be Wednesdays and Sundays. just so there's like enough space in between video uploads so it's not like back to back. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell. The bell is your post notifications and will allow you to know every single time that I upload a new video. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social medias, I will have that link below. I just want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.